Hi everyone, it's April here, and I wanted to take a moment and tell you a little bit about my story with Beachbody. My story starts in 2012, and at that time we were a family of three. We were all healthy and happy, and everything was going pretty great for us. In late 2012, my lung collapsed for the first time. By February of 2013, I had had a total of three collapsed lungs. At the start of 2013, our insurance changed from a pretty comprehensive plan to a high deductible plan. So I went into the hospital with a $3,600 deductible that had not been met. And that's when things really started to change for us. At that time, the doctors told me that I had to gain 10 pounds. They said being underweight was a huge factor in my lungs collapsing. So they were going to put me on medication to increase my appetite until I reached my goal weight. And I had a little bit of a hissy fit about it. I didn't want to gain 10 pounds. I liked how I looked, and I didn't want to weigh any more than I did. And I kind of pouted about it for a few days, and I finally picked myself up and I told my husband, if I have to gain 10 pounds, then I want to do it my way. I want to start working out. I want to start lifting weights. I'm going to put on 10 pounds of muscle, and I'm going to have the body I want to have. And he said, great, we'll make it happen. Shortly after that, I borrowed a copy of P90X from a friend who was no longer using it, and I fell in love with it. Tony Horton is hilarious to me. I love his energy. I love his push, and I had a blast with it. And I did a few rounds of P90X, and I found out I was pregnant with my second child. And that came as a huge blow because when the insurance changed, we relied on credit cards more. And we went from being comfortable to not being able to pay our bills because we had to buy my son's medication this month. And things got really, really tight for us, and we were robbing Peter to pay Paul every single payday. And here I am, I've finally reached my goal weight, and I've got my body the way I want it, and we're scraping from payday to payday, and I'm pregnant. And I'm about to gain a bunch of weight, and we're about to have another mouth to feed and another person to take care of. And what are we going to do? And I cried and I stressed and I worried and I lost sleep. But we just kept going day by day. We just kept going because what else were we going to do? You just have to keep going. And the baby came and money got tighter and things got harder, and I struggled to get back to my workouts. I worked out here and there when he napped. Some days I did, some days I didn't. And about the time he got to be a year old, I said, enough's enough. Something's got to change. Big change. I knew I was unhappy. I was unhappy with how I looked. I was tired of being broke. I was tired of feeling like crap. I was tired of spending ridiculous amounts of money on nebulizer medication and inhalers. And I knew I wanted to make something change. So I started looking to get back to working out, and P90X was just not cutting it with the baby. The workouts were too long, so I knew I needed something different. I started looking. And that's when I started seeing this term pop up everywhere, Beachbody Coach. I was seeing it on Facebook. I was seeing it on Instagram, and I had no idea what it was. I felt like, okay, I know Beachbody. I know what Beachbody is. That's P90X. What is a coach? What does this mean? So I started following people, and I started trying to piece it together from what I was seeing on social media. And I finally reached out to my coach now, Melissa, and said, what is this? What does it mean, and what can it do for me? And we started talking, and we developed a really, really great friendship. And she told me about the coach opportunity. She told me what it had done for her. And she pretty much said, look, here's what it's doing. Here's what it can do for you. If you're interested and you want to get started, I'm here to help you. But if you think it's not for you, then I'm not going to pester you about it. So I just kind of let it sit in my mind, and I couldn't shake it. I really felt like this was something that could change things for us. This could make everything different. And I didn't really know how, and I didn't really know if it was wishful thinking. So I just kept thinking about it and I kept praying about it for weeks, if not months. And I finally said, okay, God, clearly this is something you have put on my heart for a reason. I don't know where you're taking me. I don't know what you have planned for me, but I'm going to go with it. So I talked to my best friend and I talked to my husband and I said, look, here's this thing. And I think it can really change things for us. And I made the decision to go forward and be a Beachbody coach. And I got my challenge pack. I got Les Mills Combat with my Shakeology. And I did to date, I've done 2 rounds of Les Mills Combat, 1 round of 21-day fix, and I am just about to wrap up my first round of PIO. I signed up in February, so we're talking about 7 months now that I've been doing this. And not only have I lost all the baby weight, I am a smaller pant size than I was when I got pregnant. I no longer have to use a daily nebulizer. I no longer have to use a daily inhaler. I do still use my nebulizer and my rescue inhaler for flare-ups, but I don't have to use them daily. And I just feel better. I just feel better. I feel stronger. I have more energy. I'm not exhausted all the time. And I just feel better. And one thing I love is that my husband always tells me, no matter what else, how my health has improved has made this investment worth it. It has made my time worth it. It has made my commitment worth it. Nothing else matters. Beyond that, what the business has given me, it's given me a support network of some of the most amazing women I have ever met. We have team calls every week, and it's such a huge source of positive energy for me. I'm very easily brought down by negativity, and to have that constant feed of positive energy from my team is a huge deal for me. It's changed my whole outlook on life. It's no longer that I no longer go to that doom and gloom place in my mind because I have such positive people in my life. We build each other up, we support each other, we encourage each other, we push each other. And that was something I was seriously lacking because, I was home with the baby day in and day out, and that was what I did. So to have these women in my life has completely changed things for me. And it's given me hope. Financially, I got to a place when I found out that I was pregnant where I thought things were never going to get better, that we were just going to keep treading water until we drowned. And I'm not going to sit here and tell you that I'm making 6 figures from Beachbody right now because I'm not. I'm new to the game and I'm not making that kind of money. But it's given me hope. And it's helped me see a light at the end of this journey. And that hope and that peace makes every day of this crazy journey worth it. So that's my story. And I thank you for taking the time to listen. And I will talk to y'all later. Bye.